Hello everyone, tonight we're doing some Spurb Simulator. Normally around this time I would be doing the next part of Snowbound Blood, but first of all, I had a great idea for the Revisited chat integration, and using the !Q join command. Basically, once we have around 4 to 12 players in the queue, we can get them set up using this menu. And also, I'm honestly not sure if I could do the Drexel Detective voice they use at this time because I'm a little congested in that, like my sinuses had a hell of a time, like Monday. I do not need a voice that causes even more hell for my sinuses. Is right now. Anyway, until we get a session worth of players who's ready. I've got today's game. We've got today's session, which is game 20230412 of Spurb. Game 20230412 of Spurb has been initiated. All prepare for the arrival of Mage of Time, Knight of Heart, Maid of Life, Page of Mind, Sylph of Hope, Thief of Blood, Witch of Space, Prince of Void, Seer of Doom, and Bard of Light. The Jack Noir seem to be especially anticipating them. So, we'll talk more about the pseudo chat integration once we get to it. But basically, if you're unfamiliar with this menu, it lets you customize the players and generate sessions using those customized players, rather than having the Spurb simulator do all of that for you. Right, the Mage of Time enters the game first. They manage to prototype their kernel sprite with a newt pre-entry. They have many interests, including fan fiction and knitting. Their chat handle is Major Teetotaler. They wield Axe-kind. It's metal, and it's bludgeoning, and it's an axe. They're definitely the leader. They appear to be destined for greatness. They have all the luck, all of it. They're very confused by the land of shelves and sweets. The Black Queen's ring of orbs tenfold grows stronger from prototyping the newt. Black King's scepter grows stronger from prototyping the newt. MT. Hello, I'm finally in the medium. SH. Fucking finally, where are you? And what did you do? MT. Long story short, a newt fell into the kernel thingy. That doesn't sound marvelous. I'm really not sure what is with Spurb and reptiles and amphibians. Well, how's your land? There's this giant sign that says it's the land of shelves and sweets. Do you think that this means magic is a real thing? What's it like? Holy shit, I love the nature I am hearing. And really? That's amazing. The postal mail lady, PM, has to deliver a small package to the archagent. Archagrant. They end up having to visit the Jack Noir, or SS, for bureaucratic reasons. Who immediately hands them a Regisword. They make it a policy to hand out Regiswords to just about anyone who enters their her office. The postal mail lady, PM, is instructed to not bother coming back without a ring or scepter. The queen, with her ring of orbs tenfold, would take on the attributes of each prototyping. She would become part newt. She would even stand, eventually being prototyped with a dragon and crocodile and clown and claw beast and axolotl and puppet and llama and trap beast and vampire. Though a queen is a vain creature, she is sworn to her duty. She would be braced with a heavy load of augmentation ahead. However, there was one corruption to her figure she could not abide. Her vein would not allow it. She could not stand and bring the visage of the most loathsome creature known to exist, the newt. She removed the ring and concealed it in the royal vault. She then retired to her private chamber, from which she would dispatch orders, no one the wiser of her disadvantage, or so she thought. Losas, Stop the Vandals, Part 1. The Mage of Time is in the land of shelves and sweets. The Mage of Time, Major Teetotaler, finds a massive library and all the books are in disarray. Hey, who could have done this? As they begin to help straighten up, the librarian alligator explains that a gang of unruly underlings have been vandalizing local libraries. MT vows to stop their reign of terror. And MT, he warps in from the future. They come with a dire warning of a doomed timeline. They dropkick the dragon out of the way and jump into the Knife Heart Keenheart's Colonel instead. The Knight of Heart enters the game second. They manage to prototype their Colonel sprite with a Mage of Time in pre-entry. They have many interests, including relationships and intimidation. And their chat handle is Keen Heart. They wield club kind. It's bludgeoning, and it's wood, and it's a club. Now, they run around excitedly in the land of cupids and shipping. They are totally in love with the Witch of Space. They are ambivalent with the Sylph of Hope. They are totally in love with the Seer of Doom. The Black King's scepter grows stronger from prototyping the Mage of Time. Keenheart began pestering watercolor Salienta. Yo, I'm finally in the medium. What did you do? I took the Mage of Time Major Teetotaler into the Seizure Colonel. That doesn't sound good. It's a really long story. Not even gonna ask. Well, how's your land? Some random cupid said it was a land of cupids and shipping. I wonder how long it will take me to take it over. Wow, that sounds kind of weird. You think there's a reason it sounds like jazz? That's random. The Knight of Heart should probably be flipping the fuck out about how they seem to be going shit hive maggots for no goddamn reason and being completely useless, but somehow the thought that the Sylph of Hope is still alive fills him with determination instead. Strange dreams, dude, bullshit. The Witch of Space has awoken early. WT is dreaming. In the distance, you can hear jazz. As WT, he does her best to ignore the unsettling whispering that seems to be omnipresent on Durst. Losa, Stop the Vandals, Part 2. The Mage of Time is in the land of shelves and sweets. With a loud knack, a local alligator falls over comically. Adorable. The Mage MT finds yet another vandalized library. This time, the trail is still warm. They track the unruly underlings to a nearby dungeon, and they just have to plan their attack. Locust, Ship all the ships. It's Part 1. And KH is in the land of cupids and shipping. With a loud flappa, a local cupid falls over, comically adorable. While KH begins constructing an intricate map of all possible relationships and all ideal relationships for a group of consorts. The Cupids have no idea what's coming. MT skyrockets up the etch ladder to a new rung, Rumpus Buster, and earns 72 boombucks. The Maid of Life enter her scheme third. They managed to prototype their kernel sprite with a crocodile pre-entry. They have many interests, including animal fights and unicorns. Their chat handle is Mundane Lupin. They wield Pigeon Kind. It's grimdark and it's feathery and it's a pigeon. They appear to be destined for greatness. They have all the luck, all of it. They are obviously pleased with the land of neighborhoods and castles. They are more allegiance with the Witch of Space. They are more allegiance with the Sylph of Hope. They are kismicitude with the Seer of Doom. They are kismicitude with the Page of Mind. The Black King's Scepter grows stronger with the prototype, from prototyping the crocodile. Mundane Lupin began pestering Watercolor Salienta. Sup, I'm in. What did you do? Long story very short, a crocodile fell into the kernel thingy. Huh, cool. What did that do? I'm not really sure what is with suburban reptiles and amphibians. And what's it like? There's this giant sign that says it's a land of neighborhoods and castles. Do you think that this means magic is a real thing? Holy shit, what does that even mean? Do you think there's a reason it sounds like footsteps and rustling? That's random. Mundane Lupin began pestering Strapping Darter. Sup, Spades? Hi, Spades. Needs leave me alone. I can say I can and will fight you. You don't say I can and will fight you. Why not? Let's stop the Vandals, Part 3. The Mage of Time is in the land of shelves and sweets. The local alligators begin flipping the fuck out. Do they ever stop knacking? MT lies in wait at the dungeon entrance. Before long, the unruly underlings emerge, no doubt in preparation to vandalize yet another library. Instead, they get a serving of justice. As the local libraries are safe, the Mage of Time finds a quill pen. And it's pleasant, and it's a pen, and it's pleasant. MT's house has been built up enough for them to let them start visiting other lanes. Minutes ago, but not many, in a slightly different timeline, MT suddenly warps in from the future. They come with a dire warning of a doomed timeline. They need to do the ectobiology right freaking now. Or none of the players will ever even be born. Or MT has sacrificed himself to change the timeline. Your session, MT, is fine. Don't worry about it. But this one is now doomed. Least they can do after saving everyone is to time travel to where they can do the most good. After doing something inscrutable, they vanish in a cloud of clocks and gears. The Page of Mind enters the game fourth. They manage to prototype their kernel sprite with a clown pre-entry. They have many interests, this including hoarding and fighting. And their chat handle is Perceptive Magician. And they wield Sling Kind. It's ranged and it's wood and it's a sling. They ogle at the land of desert and vengeance. They're totally in love with the Thief of Blood. They are kismicitude with the Maid of Life. Black King's Scepter grows stronger. Here with the prototype from prototyping the clown. Yo, I'm finally in. Beeping finally. Hey, where are you? What did you do? This is Perceptive Magician pestering Tricky Booker. Would you believe that I did not mean for a clown to fall into the seizure thingy? Hey, what do you think that did? The enemies are fucking terrifying now. I regret everything. Oh, somebody's got... Is it chlorophobia? That's the fear of clowns? House Land. There's this giant sign that says it's a land of desert and vengeance. I am going to rule it with an iron fist, or at least use my sling. Huh, what does that even mean? I could get used to hearing rustling. Really? That's amazing. Christmas. Is PM uses alchemy to combine sniper rifle and fancy watch to get masterwork sniper rifle. Kind of shooty, but also sort of a rifle. It's money. After all that ridiculousness, they also manage to upgrade their specibus. PM overlaps punch cards for sling and masterwork sniper rifle to get a guaranteed golden buckshot sling. It's metal, it's wood, and its metal and its sling is rank 1.5. A perceptive magician began pestering mundane Lupin. You fuck ass. Sup? Don't sup me, you know. Hey, I know what you did. I have no idea what you're talking about. I know what you've been doing with strapping Darter. Fuck. It's over. MT should probably be flipping the fuck out about their own Doom Timeline clones and being completely useless, but somehow the thought that the Self of Hope is still alive, I feel some with determination and said, Strange dreams, dude, there's bullshit. WS has awoken early. The WS is dreaming. There's a faint hint of deceit lingering in the air. WS is relaxing in a dimly lit jazz club. The band is pretty good, but nearby your side it assures WT that they got nothing on some outfit called the Midnight Crew. Shame they aren't around right now. Locus, this ship all the ships, part 2. The Night of Heart isn't in the land of ships and the land of cupids and shipping. A local cupid shows up wearing some bedsheets and flapping up a storm. You're not sure, or you want to know. The Night of Heart, KH extends her shipping grid to include the entire cupid population, begins subtly pushing to make these ships a reality. Happy flat Epas ring out through the air. Lo says, move forwards, never stop. Part 1. The Mage of Time is in the land of shelves and sweets. MT is reassured by how calm it feels. Doomed Newt Sprite, it provides its requisite amount of giggle snort Heidi talk to be useful, and the underlings seem to go after it first. Bonus! There's a babbling brook, a wizened alligator is next to it. The water, he says, moves in only one direction, so too must we. MT, he contemplates this for a while. Is it really a true thing that this game has time travel in it? The Self of Hope enters the game 5th. If they manage to prototype in their kernel sprite with a claw beast pre-entry. They have many interests, including supervillains and Sherlock Holmes. Their chat handle is superhero. They wield sword kind. It's piked, and its metal and it's a sword. They appear to be destined for greatness. They are entrusted. They are enthused about the land of reference and deceit. Their more allegiance with the Maid of Life. Black King's scepter grows stronger from prototyping the Claw Beast. Superhero began pestering Tricky Booker. Hello, I'm in the medium. Oh cool, how did you get in? Would you believe I did not mean for a claw beast to fall into the seizure thingy? What do you think that did? I have absolutely no idea. Okay. Hey, well now that you're in, what's it like? Apparently it's a land of reference and deceit. It's just like a movie. I got to fight a monster with my sword and everything. What's it like? Well, that sounds like nature and applause, so relaxing. Wow, I'm jealous. The persevering entertainer wants to get a permit to put on a magic show. They end up having to visit Jack Noir for bureaucratic reasons, who immediately hands them a Regisword. They make a policy out to hand out Regiswords to just about anyone who enters their office. The persevering entertainer is instructed to not bother coming back without a ring or a scepter. Superhero began pestering mundane Lupin. You shit sniffer. Sup? Don't sup me, I know what you did. I have no idea what you're talking about. I know you know what you've been doing with watercolor. Don't Salienta. Fuck, it's over. KH updates their shipping grid. They like the concupiscent ships best and default to those for there are people not yet in a quadrant. So they have a heart and smiley face ship for themselves with LWS and the same for themselves and SD, the Seer of Doom. ML and LWS are no more allegiance. And ML and SH have potential for a kismicitude. ML and Seer of Doom are currently kismices. They have a heart and frowny face ship for the Page of Mind and the Thief of Blood, and the reverse of that for the Prince of Void, programming Vaporware, and the Bard of Light, Blissful Lifeguard. Honestly, got some pretty nice chum handles like Superhero, programming Vaporware, and Keen Heart in this session. Losas, Move Forwards, Never Stop, Part 2. The Mage of Time isn't in the land of shelves and sweets. There's a faint hint of smoke and nature lingering in the air. Days in the past, but not many. He empties exploring. They find the babbling brook in the wizened alligator yet again. He again says that the water flows in only one direction. Irrationally angry, MT yells that it's not true, that this is the second time he's met the wizened alligator. The wizened alligator simply necks mysteriously. Strange dreams, do prospect bullshit. MT is dreaming. He stares into the clouds of Skya. Visions swim them in their head, and this game more terrible than they thought? The Thief of Blood enters the game in 6th. They managed to prototype their kernel sprite with an axolotl pre-entry. They have many interests, including in script writing and undead. Their chat handle is Tricky Booker. They wield rolling pin kind. It's wood and it's bludgeoning and it's a rolling pin. They appear to be destined for greatness. They boggle vacantly at the land of dungeons and detectives. The Black King's scepter grows stronger from prototyping the axolotl. Tricky Booker began pestering Blissful Lifeguard. Hi, I'm finally in. What did you do? I prototyped my curl sprite with an axolotl. That doesn't sound wonderful. I'm really not sure what it is with suburban reptiles and amphibians. Is our land at least okay? It's the land of dungeons and detectives. Do you think that this means magic is a real thing? Wow, that sounds kind of weird. Creepy. It feels like big beep and creepy. What? Not the beep? Oh man, that sucks. Dang, I was about to sneeze, and as soon as I muted my microphone, to not, capture the sneeze, he's immediately left. When Dame Lupin began pestering watercolor Salienta. Sup, Diamonds. Hi, Diamonds. Fuck, I can't take this anymore. I feel like the angst is voring me. You know what? I think I've got it. There we go. Yeah, your relatively popular internet fetish mentioned. Shit, what's up? Talk to me. God, I don't even know what to say, having to confront their trusted and fucking Moriel. No, the Maid of Life, but about their cheating. Everything is just so shitty. But it really is, but we're going to give up, okay? One foot in front of the other and we keep going. Yeah, okay. But that's you. You realize you're talking about yourself here. Christmas, the thief of blood, tricky booker, or uses alchemy to combine fancy pen and grimoire for something that's zoologically dubious. It is to get horrifying, tasteful horror terror foil psionic fancy pen. It's kind of tasteful, but also sort of paper. It's grimdark. After all that ridiculousness, they also managed to upgrade their specipus. TP overlaps the punch card's rolling pen and horrifying tasteful horror terror or foil psionic fancy pen to get horrifying classy mallet. A grimdark foil psionic rolling pen. And it's bludgeoning and it's unpleasant and it's a rolling pen is at rank 5. BM should probably be flipping the fuck out about having to confront their cosmesis, the Maid of Life, while they're cheating and being completely useless, but somehow, the thought of the Soul of Hope is still alive, it fills them with determination instead. Strange dreams, do prospect bullshit. KH is dreaming. The small sweetness reminds KH of their childhood somehow. The vast croak will redeem us all. The vast croak is the purity of creation, and untainted by the old universe. KH isn't sure they believe in the Church of the Frog's message, but the sermon itself is very soothing. Lorad, shit, let's be lawyers, part 1. And the Soul of Hope is in the land of reference and deceit. In the distance, they can hear laughing. SH finds an elaborate courtroom full of barping axolotls. Apparently the prosecuting attorney flaked out and they need someone to fill the role. Well, SH agrees to see that justice is served. Lodad, be the DM, part 1. TB is in the land of dungeons and detectives. TB is almost gagging on the smell of blood that permeates the air. TB finds a strange miniature dungeon filled with 4 small ragdolls of adventurer spiders. A placard proclaims, "Be the DM. It is you." Huh. TB is interested and weaves an elaborate tale full of intrigue and danger, before dramatically entering one of the adventurer spiders right before the end. As they finish the story, a nearby dungeon opens up and 3 spiders stumble out, dragging a 4th. Oh, shit. dungeon flashes, you did this. Well, that's ominous. Is it? Losa has moved forwards, never stop. Part 3. MT is in the land of shells and sweets. Is that oily smell? Doomed Newt Sprite. It provides the requisite amount of giggly snort Heidi talk. To be fairly useful, and the underlings seem to go after it first. Bonus. Days in the future, but not enough to catch up to the present. MT is exploring. And when they find the babbling brook, the wizened alligator brightens. Soon, he says, you will understand that we move in only one direction. He gestures downstream. So too will you soon have our last conversation, or looking another way, our first. Huh. MT, he thinks they get it. Time travel or not, they do things in a linear order, so does the wizened alligator. Even if it isn't the same order. PM should probably be flipping the fuck out about how they seem to be going shit hive maggots for no goddamn reason, and it being completely useless, but somehow, the thought that the Sylph of Hope is still alive, it fell some of the determination instead. Strange dreams do prospect bullshit. KH is dreaming. The air is filled with the sound of disco and music. The vast croak will redeem us all. The vast croak is the purity of creation, untainted by the old universe. KH isn't sure they believe in the Church of the Frog's message, but the sermon itself is very soothing. The Witch of Space enters the game 7th. They manage to prototype their kernel sprite with a puppet pre-entry. They have many interests including movie making and fairies. Their chat handle is watercolor salientia. They will yo-yo kind. It's plastic and it's bludgeoning and it's a yo-yo. They appear to be destined for greatness. They do not even understand it in the line of frogs and fantasy. They are more allegiance with May of Life. The Black King's scepter grows stronger with from prototyping the puppet. Watercolor salientia began pestering Keen Heart. Hi, I made it in. Really? What did you do? I chucked a puppet into the seizure kernel. What do you think that did? It was a really pissing bad idea. How's the land? There's this giant sign that says it's the land of frogs and fantasy. Do you think that this means magic is a real thing? Wow, that sounds kinda weird. Do you think there's a reason it smells like zoo animals and rot? Weird. TP is spending a really long time with the Alchemitor. What's going on? Huh, is that a robot of the Bard of Light? That seems like it will come in handy. Way more useful than the original. Well, Tricky Booker began pestering Superhero. Hi. Hello, so Blissful Lifeguard, they're really hot, you know. Cool, what do you like about them? They're so imaginative. That sounds perfect for you then. Thanks. Is that why they made the robot? So they can have like robot makeouts? KH updates their shipping grid. They like the blah blah blah. Right, so not sure if I'm noticing any changes. People should probably be flipping the fuck out about how it seems about how they seem to be going shit hive maggots for no goddamn reason. But SH is still around, so they're fine. Strange dreams do prospect bullshit. MT is dreaming. The intriguing smell of sweetness wafts gently in the air. MT attends a glorious dance party, complete with masquerades, tea parties, and friendship. The Prospians admire MT's his cheerful demeanor and willingness to invent new dance steps. MT is getting pretty popular among Prospians. A postal mail lady bumps into them and they chat a bit. Strange dreams do prospect bullshit, and it's the same as ML, only with the same stuff from before about the vast croak redeeming us all. Strange dreams do prospect bullshit. The Prince of Void has awoken early. The Prince of Void is dreaming. It feels studious. The Prince of Void, programming vaporware, stares into the clouds of Skya. Visions swim in their head. Is this game more terrible than they thought? Lofaf, Save the Beautiful Consort, Part 1. The Witch of Space is in the land of frogs and fantasy. The small sweat is nearly unbearable. Well, the Witch of Space, he's learns that there's a beautiful dragon who has been kidnapped by the vile spell, like the container that you hold fluids in, rather than as a synonym for disgusting. This is a Palera minion. There's a hefty reward should a brave hero rescue them. The Prince of Void enters the game 8th. They are so creative. They managed to prototype their kernel sprite with a llama in a pre-entry. They have many interests, including androids and online role-playing. Their chat handle is programming in vaporware. They wield Bowkind, its projectile and its cloth and its bow. They appear to be destined for greatness. They stare blankly at the land of conspiracies and codas. The Black King's scepter grows stronger from prototyping llama. Programming vaporware began pestering Perceptive Magician. Sup, I'm finally in. What did you put in your sprite? Long story short, the llama fell into the kernel thingy. That doesn't sound sweet. I have absolutely any idea. Is your land at least okay? There's this giant sign that says it's a land of conspiracies and codas. That doesn't sound fun. It kind of sounds like silence. I guess that makes sense. And the postal mail lady is entrusted with a vital task. The chipper demo man gives him a Black Inches magazine to deliver her to ML as soon as possible. The postal mail lady will not let the mail down. WS began pestering ML. Hi Diamonds, sup Diamonds. Piss. I can't take this anymore. I feel like the angst is boring me. Shit, what's up? Talk to me. God, I don't know what to say. Hey, how terrible the smell of sweat is. Everything is just so shitty. It really is, but we aren't going to give up, okay? One foot in front of the other and we keep going. Yeah, okay. PV is spending a really long time with the Alchemister. Or what's going on? Is that a robot in play out of PV? That seems like it will come in handy, way more useful than the original. I think this might still be the same shipping grid, even though it's TB doing it this time. Strange dreams do process bullshit. MT is dreaming. MT, he breathes deeply. He appreciates the small sweetness. MT talks to several Prospians, learning about their daily lives and how happy they are under the White Queen's rule. MT is getting pretty popular among Prospians, an ace dwarf. bumps into them and they chat a bit. Strange dreams do prospect bullshit. KH is dreaming. With a loud murmur, a local whole Presbyterian falls over, comically adorable. KH attends a glorious dance party. Okay, so they're also inventing new dance steps. Strange dreams do Durst bullshit. SH is dreaming. Local dirt site. It shows up wearing some bed sheets and muttering up a storm. They're not sure what or you want to know. SH is keeping tabs on the lifeblood of Durst. The inquiring Carpathian is a very distributable newspaper, which is what makes it so great for hearing the juicy gossip the Queen doesn't want you to hear. The Self of Hope is getting pretty popular among Dursites. A wandering villain takes a liking to them and agrees to find them back on their land. Lokak, Produce the Goods, Part 1. The Prince of Void is in the line of conspiracies and codas. The smell of oil and nothing in particular permeates the air. The doomed Robo-Prince of Void is helping in way more than than an organic would be able to. PV appears to be destroying stealth in themselves. The doomed Robo-Prince of Void appears to be destroying stealth also in themselves. PV learns that all the local quantities arts have a severe shortage of gears and cogs. It is up to the PV to get the assembly lines up and running again. And MT is in the line of Losa has to move forwards, never stop. Part 4. MT is in the land of shelves and sweets. There's a faint hint of oil lingering in the air. Doomed nude sprite. It provides the requisite amount of giggle snort Heidi talk to be fairly useful, and the underlings seem to go after it first. Bonus. Inexorably, MT is back in the present, but also far in the future. The wizened alligator has just been slain by the denizen Kronos. Mere minutes after their first/last conversation, MT took the consort's advice to heart. They've been preparing for this fight for a long time now, going ever forward, but not on the same path in time as everyone else. It is time. So the denizen Kronos uses denizen in Kronos' cannon. Damage to the newt sprite. A sun skips on a groove who was tracing around the earth. The one two who beat despair plays turn cause and effect meaningless. The denizen Kronos knows strengthened and healed. The newt sprite is weakened and hurt. I don't think. Yeah, I mean it's dead. That's a little more than just weakened and hurt. That's all there is/was/will be to say on the matter. Doomed newt sprite is dead. There was nothing to loot. But hey, MT managed to kill Little Kronos with just a basic axe. The fight is over. MT and Newt Sprite have won. This was always going to happen. MT gains the freight motif. Denizen Kronos is canon, as well as all that sweet grist stored. Oh, and a music box too. Kind of classy, but also sort of aspecty. It's cultured. PM should be flipping out about how they seem to be going shit hive maggots, but the self of hope is still alive, so they're filled with determination. SH is dreaming, the smell of deceit permeates the air, they're hearing about the Midnight Crew. The Seer of Doom enters the game 9th. They managed to prototype their kernel sprite with a trap beast. Is pre-entry. They have many interests, including yoga and script writing. Their chat handle is Strapping Darter. They wield card kind. It's honed and its paper is a card. They appear to be destined for greatness. They stare with trepidation at the land of nests and athletics. They are kismicitude with a made of life. The Black King's scepter grows stronger from prototyping the trap beast. SD, he began pestering Blissful Lifeguard. Hi, I'm finally in the medium. Fucking finally, what? Hey, where are you? What did you do? I prototyped my kernel sprite with a trap beast. That doesn't sound wonderful. Well, then, oh, is your land at least okay? Some random mole said it was the land of nests and athletics. It's so cool, look like something out of a story. Hey, I always knew I'd have an adventure like this one day. Holy shit, what does that even mean? It kind of sounds like applause and whistling. That's random. With a proud flourish, as the postal mail lady finishes delivering the Black Hinges magazine to the Maid of Life. The wandering villain accidentally tries recruiting in Carpathian's Ori Prophet's army. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Watercolor Sienta that began pestering mundane Lupin. Hi, Diamonds. Sup, Diamonds? Hell indeed, I've got all the boonies, baby. Yeah, you doing okay? Hell yes. Yes, how have you been? As well as can be expected. We'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Just need to get something to drink real quick. PV, he uses alchemy to combine psychology book and wrench to get his bludgeoning foil psychology book. It's a paper, but somehow also book and maybe also bludgeoning. After all that ridiculous, they also upgrade their specialists. PV uses alchemy to combine bow and bludgeoning foil psychology book to get Morningstar chain link in concrete long range bow. It's a book and it's a wrench and it's a bow. It is at rank 2.1. And strapping darter began and pestering mundane Lupin. Hi. What's up? Dang, why is this so hard? Nerd, we need to break up. What? I just don't feel the same way about you anymore. Maybe we've changed too much. I'm sorry, I can't keep pretending. Wait, no, let's talk about this. I've made up my mind. I'm sorry, goodbye. KH updates their shipping grid. Let's see. Well, they didn't even have entry for SD and ML. Or at the very least, they don't have one now. Right, more stuff about disco with MT. This time I went to mute my mic for sneezing, and it actually came. Imel is dreaming. The local Presbyterians begin flipping the fuck out. Do they ever stop murmuring? Last group will redeem us all, blah blah blah. Imel is getting pretty popular among Presbyterians. PM is dreaming. A local site shows up wearing some bed sheets and regular storm. Not sure you want to know. So, PM attends a glorious dance party complete with masquerades, backstabbing, and intrigue. The third sites admire the page of Hine's deftness is at avoiding stabs in time to music. TB is dreaming. The local dirt sites is begin flipping the fuck out. TB is learning the steps of the Durst waltz. Well, there's no reason one can't look classy as fuck while also being a lying, cheating, manipulative bastard. That's what their hint teacher always says. As TB is getting pretty popular among Durst sites. The Bard of Light has awoken early. The Bard of Light is dreaming. Oh god, where is that whispering coming from? BL is relaxing in a dimly lit jazz club, and we've seen all this before. Lowrad shit, let's be lawyers, part 2. SH is in the line of reference and deceit. The intriguing smell of zoo animals goes off gently in the air. WV is helping where they can. The self-hope is appears to be feeling more helpful after being around WV. SH is tasked to prosecute a local axolotl accused of stealing food from her family. After much elaborate debate and arguments, SH secures a guilty verdict while also convincing the judge to pursue the minimum sentence. Everyone's relieved that justice is done. Well, not harshly punishing a near innocent. Look at produce the goods. That's part 2. PV is in the land of conspiracies and codas. The doomed Robo Prince of Void is helping way more than an organic would be able to. The Prince of Void appears to be destroying Void in themselves. The doomed Robo Prince of Void appears to be destroying irrelevance in himself. The Prince of Void... PV is running around and fixing all the broken down equipment. This sure is tiring. The Bird of Light enters the game 10th. They managed to prototype their kernel sprite with a vampire pre-entry. They have many interests, including mermaids and history. Their chat handle is Blissful Lifeguard. Or they wield bowling ball kind. It's stone, and it's heavy, and it's a ball. They stare at the land of parades and aliens with unrestrained curiosity. They are totally in love with the Prince of Void. Black King Scepter grows stronger from prototyping the vampire. BL began pestering PV. Greetings, I'm finally in. About time, tell me what you did. I checked a vampire into the seizure kernel. Huh, cool, what did that do? The enemies are fucking terrifying now. How I regret everything. Okay, well now that you're in, then what's it like? There's this giant sign that says it's the land of parades and aliens. It's so cool, like something out of a story. Hey, I always knew I'd have an adventure like this one day. Huh, what does that even mean? Oh, it smells like fresh baked bread. Really? That's amazing. Carapace Capers. Postal mail lady has a small parcel for the White King. It contains some pointless trinket that the crowned White King has no real use for. WK capitalizes a new item. Trinket. Laundering Villain is creating a constitution for the new democracy. WS began pestering mundane Lupin ML. Hi, Diamond. Sup, Diamond. We're in a game now, and apparently always have been. Does that mean Spurb is like the Matrix? Oh gee, you're so right. How have you been functioning? This game really sucks. Indeed, you aren't kidding. BL overlaps the punch cards for Compass, and Complacency have learned to get Magical Foil Compass. It's kind of magical, but also sort of bludgeoning. It's encyclopedic. After all that ridiculousness, they also managed to upgrade their Specipus. BL overlaps the punch cards for Bowling Ball and Magical Foil Compass to get Anvil Psionic Etched Bowling Ball. It's scientific and it's wizardy and it's a ball. It's rank 2.1. Shipping grid is more or less this as we last saw it. Side quest. PM is on a side quest that requires they follow the quest giver around, performing great deeds while building their self-worth under the quest giver's protection. There's not much of a reward for PM, but feel a little more protected. Their minimum luck has changed from 2.85, all of these zeros, 1 to negative 30. But they have gained a significant amount of free will and the new objective pluck token. Shipping grid seems to be staying mostly the same. BL would be freaking out whispering, if not for the self-hope existing. KH is dreaming. They can hear the music. They can hear music and disco. 2 parts flour, 1 part good sweet butter. A bowl of egg white needs to brush onto the surface. Here to taste, plenty of elbow grease. KH is learning to master the secret art of the holy pastries. JS is learning how is avoiding stabs and time to music. SD is also learning about the holy pastries. Lokak, produce the goods. That's part 3. The Prince of Void is in the land of conspiracies and codas. As a local iguana shows up, bringing some bed sheets and thipping up a storm. You're not sure you want to know. The doomed robo Prince of Void is helping way more than an Organg would be able to. PV is destroying stealth in themselves. The doomed robo PV is also destroying himself and themselves. PV is training local iguanas to operate the manufacturing equipment. There's thipping and chaos everywhere. BL is in the land. Lopa, be the scientist, part 1. BL is in the land of parades and aliens. The local salamanders begin flipping the fuck out. Do they ever stop glubbing? Part of Light, it finds a mysterious lab fully stocked with equipment and chemicals. Is completely abandoned. Locked doors are on every wall of the main area. Lowrad, shit, let's be lawyers. Here's part 3. SH is in the land of reference and deceit. Little and suddenly how stupid it feels. WV is helping where they can. And SH appears to be feeling more helpful after being around WV. SH provides over the case of the treacherous Cinder Exolol snout. He's accused of embezzling talismans from the Imperial coffers. SH easily finds Cinder Exolol snout not to be guilty and sentences him to life in prison. This is easily the case of the career, and it is with a regretful heart they step aside as prosecutor. They simply can never top this one. Then you get jack shit, asshole. Well, the SH gains the frame motif Sepulchritude, Icorial, Infinite, and Larix Elorando, Pier 1. SH's house has been built up enough to let them start visiting other lands. The postal mail lady is entrusted with a vital task. MT gives them a book on writing to deliver to the native life as soon as possible. PM will not let the mail down. Cart-based capers. Daysdorf is traveling around punching people in the nose to assert his dominance. To net him 13 experience. WS began pestering ML. Hi, Diamonds. Sup, Diamonds. Any big changes? This is gonna be a long list. How have you been? And alright, you doing okay? Indeed. And all is dreaming. They can hear disco. ML bets there's 50 booties on the Red Frog. After a nerve-wracking set of hops, it comes in first. ML was getting pretty popular among Prospidians. Lopa, Be the Scientist, Part 2. BL is in the land of parades and aliens. The smell of fresh baked bread hitting chlorine reminds BL of their childhood somehow. SH is helping, or they can. BL appears to be destroying rain in everyone. SH appears to be feeling more helpful after being around BL. BL realizes that various sections of the lab have opened up. If you pour the right kind of chemical into the slot of the door, they begin venturing deeper and deeper into the lab. Lodad, Be the DM, Part 2. TB is in the land of Dungeons and Detectives. TB is getting tired of how creepy it feels. The doomed robo-bard of light is helping way more than an organic would be able to. TB appears to be taking blood from the doomed robo-bard of light and keeping it for himself. All the doomed robo-bard of light appears to be destroying rain and everyone. TB finds another miniature dungeon. And, oh hell no. They're not gonna repeat this shit. They have no interest in playing God, thank you very much. The nearby regular-sized dungeon flashes, are you sure? Yes / no. No, and the Thief of Blood quickly selects yes. The dungeon immediately collapses, presumably killing any adventurous fighters that were trapped inside. Holy fuck, what is wrong with this game? Lona, be the DM. Same thing as part 1 of Lodad, Be the DM, only this time with moles. Locus, Ship All the Ships, part 3. KH is in the land of cupids and shipping. KH breathes deeply, need to appreciate the smell of sweetness and gunpowder. KH finds the absolute best ship ever, and it's not even banned by the Dinsen and Taros' stupid rules. Well, a fellowing shipping enthusiast strikes him a deal. Well, KH attracts the attention of a hegemonic brawler. Or they decide they make the cut of KH's jib and agree to tag along. KH's house has been built up enough to let them start visiting other lands. Losas, Suffer Visions, Part 1. MT is in the land of shelves and sweets. It's a little unsettling how frantic it feels. MT is feeling quite pleased with their victory over the Dinsen Chronos, and suddenly they are nearly blinded by a crippling vision of pain and time. Oh god, why is this happening? Lokak, Produce the Goods. It's part 4. PV is in the land of conspiracies and codas, and in the distance they can hear clinking. The doomed robo PV is helping way more than blah blah blah. PV is destroying static in himself. Robo PV is destroying stealth in himself. PV manages to get the factories working at peak efficiency. The gear and cog shortage is over. The Iguanas name a national holiday after PV. PV finds a thipping iguana, a warrior. They adopted as their child. Old PV, he finds an iguana warrior as well. Well, PV, his house has been built up enough to let them start visiting other lands. MT, he skywards They works up the edge ladder to a new rung, Shaky Shakespeare, and earns 65 moon bucks. MT and PM are potentially flipping out if not for the Self of Hope. SD is learning about the vast croak. MT is in the land of shelves and sweets. If you focus, you can hear faint nature and beeping. It's been a while since the last time vision, and MT doesn't trust it. As a test, they actively look out for time-related danger. Sure enough, right before they find it, that they suffer the painful vision. Their course of action is clear: prevent time from hurting anyone ever again, or suffer migraines from hell forever. The postal mailie has a small parcel for ML. It contains some pointless trinket that ML has no real use for. So now ML also has a trinket. The Eastdorf brews some hot sauce for Cage. Some pretty powerful stuff. TV is doing something. It's kind of hard to see. What's that music playing? See. ML is inventing new dance steps. WS is learning how to do the Durst Waltz. MT has alright, Los has Suffer Visions Part 3. MT is in the land of shells and sweets. Finally, the land is practically a time-free utopia. MT can finally take a break from the painful visions. You get jack shit, asshole. Whole MT gains the frame motif. Fox Frog's whole Helios Mysterioso, tier 2. Locust all the ships, same as part 1, the same as the other ship, all the ships quest. In fact, actually, that's basically just Cage doing the ship, all the ships quests again for funsies. Lodav have revived the consorts. That's part 1. PM is in the land of desert and vengeance. PM is getting tired of how creepy it feels. SH is helping where they can. And PM is appears to be getting even closer to SH. SH appears to be feeling more helpful after being around PM. PM learns that all of the local snakes are dead. That is pretty cool, actually. SH has SD has trapped a bunch of adventuring moles in a collapsing dungeon. Lopa, Be the Scientist, Part 3. Butterfly is in the land of parades and aliens is suddenly how glamorous and creepy it feels. BL has finally reached the final door. They bite their lip in concentration as they pour the final mixed chemical into the slot. The door slides open, a sudden glove nearby early has them drop the dangerous fluid. But they manage to regain their composure in time. The entire room of salamander nurses inside the final room. Outfit for a surprise party is for BL to celebrate how great at science they are. There's even a science cake. You get jack shit. BL locates the frame motif Blaze Battaglia. Tier 1. BL's house has been built up enough for them to start visiting other lanes. Postal Melee has delivered another useless trinket to the White King. A store for some hot sauce with a Postal Melee. He had some pretty powerful stuff. The hegemonic brawler is shipping just all of the things. Watercolor Salienta began pestering mundane Lupin. Hi, Diamond. Sup, Diamond. Piss. I can't take this anymore. I feel the angst is voring me. Again? How many times are you gonna be bored by your angst? Shit, what's up? Talk to me. God, I don't even know what to say. Hey, how I seem to be going shit hive maggots for no goddamn reason. And everything is just so shitty. It really is, but we aren't going to give up, okay? One foot for the other, we keep going. Yeah, okay. PV is doing another mysterious thing. The concert seemed happy though. MT is looking at the clouds of Skya. ML is learning the secret of the holy pastries. PM is reading the Inquiring Carpacian. Lona, Be the DM, Part 3. SD finds yet another miniature dungeon. Fuck, okay, they can't opt out or the adventurers have rocks fall on them and die. But they're going to make it tragic again. No way, they tell a serviceable stories. A serviceable story in which the adventuring moles walk through a dungeon with insultingly easy puzzles and are allowed to leave. The nearby dungeon opens up and 4 confused adventurer moles wander out. Wow, that was really unsatisfying, one remarks. The dungeon flashes. Boring. Try again later. Lorad, Believe the Lies. These Part 1. SH appears SH is approached by a crafty axolotl who offers him a magical talisman. Guaranteed to grant the power to believe things into existence once per year. SH is shocked to discover it was a ruse, and the crafty axolotl escaped to the side with their ill-earned boonies. Okay, so Lodad Be the DM. That's, boring. Try again later, just like it was on Lona. KH is still just shipping things. MT has received a useless trinket. Ace Dwarf is traveling around punching people in the nose to assert his dominance. And PV is doing something, it's hard to see. But they're making their consorts happy. KH is learning about the holy pastries. SH is reading the Inquiring Carpacian. PV is learning about the holy pastries. BL is dreaming. 12 deceit permeates the air. BL is taking part in a high-stakes poker game. Everybody's cheating, and that's what makes it interesting. BL thinks that they can convince everyone that all decks of cards come with 5 aces. BL is getting pretty popular among Dursites. They asked somehow Elfaf saved the beautiful consort part 2. WS journeys to the castle of the Disney Polara Minion, and only to discover that the way is barred by a giant iron lock. Only the correctly shaped brass guitar can open it. Looks like it's time to go questing. Lona, be the DM Part 4. SD finds that it was hopefully the last miniature dungeon. They resigned themselves to making the most interesting story possible, without fucking over the characters in it. They even have an elaborate story with twists and turns and close calls. At the end of it, 4 adventuring moles walk out of the dungeon laughing and talking about their adventure. The dungeon flashes a good job and deploys positive reinforcement. And quest chain complete, you get jack shit, asshole. The Seer of Doom gains a frame motif, happy ending. SD's house has been built up enough for them to let them start visiting other lands. He is continuing to climb up the natural ladder to the new rung of Nipper Cadet. And just in case anyone misheard, that's Nipper as in something that like little bites. Spelled similar to nipple. Just gotta make sure that they can't be misconstrued as honestly multiple unsavory words. The obvious, there's an obvious other in word that has similar sounds, but also I'm pretty sure it's also got similar sounds to like old anti-Japanese slurs from like the World War II era. So just gotta hope that was clear enough not to bite me in the ass later. I mean, you can see the word right there. MT is learning about the daily lives of Prospedians. And TB, he does her best to ignore the unsettling whispering that seems to be omnipresent in Honduras. SD, he is dreaming in the distance. You can hear music. SD, he flutters about aimlessly, simply enjoying the feeling of flying. Peak ring. The Jack Noir tries to pickpocket the White Queen's ring of orbs. Question marks fold from the crowned White Queen, but get caught. Crowned White Queen decides to strife them. So Jack Noir is dead. And the Crowned White Queen now has Occam's Razor, a horse hitcher, a terrier fancy magazine, and Scotty dogs. Seekring, the postal mail lady trips over her practically nothing and somehow finds the White Queen's ring of orbs. Those question marks fold. Well, the crowned white queen must have lost it. The Prospidian male lady is now the Prospidian marauder. It's really kind of weird and anticlimactic. Oh well. WV got stuck in glitching into a wall for a while. Well, WS began pestering mundane Lupin. And hi, Diamond, sup, Diamonds. So if we're in a game now, and apparently always have been, does that mean Spur was like the Matrix? Only as long as that means we don't have to suffer the one in its one facial expression. This game really sucks. I'm glad I got you to help me through it. And so if we're in a game now, and apparently always have been, does that mean Spur was like the Matrix? OMG, or so... Well, yeah, you're just repeating your own words right back at you. You know, to argue with them would mean to argue with yourself. PV is making their consorts happy by mysterious means again. Lona, Empty the Graves, Part 1. SD is in the lines of Nessa and Athletics. He learns a Omni-Lich learns of a Omni-Lich that's been emptying the graves of moles. Who are understandably upset at this disrespect to everything their culture holds dear. Lopa, Go Big or Go Home, Part 1. And BL is in the land of parades and aliens. The smell of ozone permeates the air. Right, BL finds a sparkling casino inside amid glowing salamanders. A single door locked by 3 rooms, each depicting a different form of gambling: slots, cards, and coins. BL approaches the slots and begins to play. But finally, after what must be hours, they get 3 light symbols. The slot room lights up. 1 down, 2 to go. Lorad, Believe the Lies. These Part 2. SH is contemplating the magical talisman they wasted their boonies on. Whenever the crafty Axolotl spell tells such specific lies, maybe this is some kind of challenge? SH spends time imagining what they would try to make if it were true. Alright, so TB, he has also figured out the dungeon quest. And gained the frame motif, negative time overgrowth light dimming window. Oh, while MT gained the frame motif, time heals all wounds in tier 2. TB's house has been built up enough to let them start visiting other lands. ML is inventing new dance steps. Strange dreams. Be a legitimate business player. SH is dreaming. A local Dursa. SH learns of a lucrative business opportunity. The Black Queen has all sorts of contraband laws. Everything from frogs to ice cream is so totally illegal. But that doesn't stop the right Dursa from getting cravings, if you understand me. SH looks like they can be discreet. Dude, as is dreaming. As runs afoul of the authority regulators. Through a frankly preposterous amount of running, in parkour and misdirection, they finally escape, only to remember That they could have just flown away. Dreams all sure are dumb. The crowned Prospidian Marauder uses the powers of the crown to teleport a bunch of parcels towards the Black Queen. They acquire an absurd amount of useless trinkets. Evans. They're literally all catalogs a new item, trinket. WS began pestering ML. Hi, Diamond. Sup, Diamond. How have you been? Better than I thought I'd be. Quick check-in. How are you? As well as can be expected. You doing okay? I'm fine, I think. MT overlaps the punch cards for Music Box and Broom to get Awakened Flat, that tasteful old gold leaf music box. It's a tasteful but somehow also musical. It may be also Broom. MT overlaps the punch cards for Awakened Flat, that tasteful old gold leaf music box and trinket to get imbued hair metal note music box. It's a metal, but somehow also harmonious and actually maybe also valuable. Well, MT uses alchemy to combine imbued hair metal, old noble music box, and quill pen to get awakened sharp plat as a chain link music box. It's a cloth, but somehow also a pen and maybe also cozy. After all that ridiculousness, they also managed to upgrade the Specibus. MT overlaps the punch cards for Axe and Awakened Sharp or Pleasant and Chain Link music box. In imbued sharp, comfortable Chain Link Axe. It's a pin and its bludgeoning is an axe. Is at rank 2.8. OTB has been shipping ML in clubs with SH. TB notices that one of their favorite ships seems to be on the verge of coming together. All it will take is the slightest nudges. TB began pestering ML. Hi. How's it going? Hi. Perfect to see you. You know that hate thing SH has for you? I would step in. Wait, really? Please, I'll contact them if you say next if you say yeah. Yeah, that works. TB began pestering Superhero. Hi, hello. Oh, I just got done talking to ML. Uh-huh. Look, I'll come right out and say, hey, I think you guys, this would be terrible altogether, Black, and I'm willing to mediate. I'm so sorry, I just can't reciprocate right now. Beep. I'm sorry, I really... Somehow I think it lacks a bit of the gravity you normally would have if you just substitute, lone swear word for beep. Right, PV is doing something mysterious. TB is disappointed that it didn't work out. Oh well, if at first you don't succeed. PV is doing something, it's hard to see. Everybody seems to be pretty happy with them though. TB is dreaming. And there's a faint scent of deceit lingering in the air. TB has decided to retire from a life of legitimate business, highly lucrative as it was. They use their earnings to set up a simple and refined suit shop, catering to only the most exclusive clientele. SD is learning about how the holy pastries, Lodav, have revived the consorts. Or is it? PM has found a series of intriguing block puzzles and symbols. What could that it all mean? Or I believe He the Lies Part 3. SH finds a great time of despondent exiles. Their belief is gone, and they have no hope for the future. After some amount of shenanigans, SH learns that the Dizen Scout has been hoarding all of the belief and steals it from the exiles regularly. They have to be stopped. Right, Locust ship all the ships Part 3. Cage finds the absolute best ship ever, but then realizes that because of some stupid emotion laws put in place by Denizen Antaros, the ship will be unable to sail. The player here flips their shit and begins preparing them for the final battle. The ship will sail. Cage gains a frame motif. Denizen Antaros' leitmotif, as well as all that sweet Histord. Oh, and a mirror too. And of glass balls with our metal, it's imbued. We just straight up don't get to see any details on that fight. Interesting. So the Crown Prosperity Marauder is throwing trinkets at SH. These serve for some hot sauce for the Mage of Time. Some pretty powerful stuff. WS began pestering ML. Hi, Diamond. And sup, Diamond. Any big changes? This is gonna be a long list. Quick, big check-in. How are you? Blah. Man, I always hope the end of the world had more zombies in it. Yeah, shotgun kind of always appealed to me. SD overlaps the punch cards for script and megaphone to get thunderous script. It's a noisy but somehow also electrical and maybe also paper. After all the ridiculousness, they also managed to upgrade the specibus is by overlapping having the punch cards for card and thunderous script to get Thor's keen card. The book in its keen in its hand is a card. Is rank 1.7. PV is doing more mysterious shit, making their consorts happy. Cage just banging on the red frog. WS is learning about the waltz. Beal appears to be destroying Rain and everyone. Beal thinks they finally have the rules of poker down on enough to try the next set of gambling challenges. After a nerve-wracking series of hands, they bet on a risky gamble, only to pull through the royal flush. Cards room lights up. The page of mind is... Okay. PM and him and SC are getting closer. The satisfying click. PM has solved the final block puzzle. A wave of energy overtakes land. There's an immediate chorus of hissing hitting the The dead snakes have risen and want to be part of PM's necromantic army. PM finds a hissing snake Black Knight. They adopt as their child. SD finds a snake Black Knight as well. PM's house has been built up enough to let them start visiting other lands. As H approaches the Citizen and Scout, magical talisman in hand. The Citizen Scout rears up and rumbles, "I do not believe you are going to fight me." As H feels frozen, they cannot take a single step towards Citizen Scout, even if it looms menacingly towards them. What is going on? Suddenly they feel the talisman in hand. They wish it were real. They wish so hard, because if it were, or they could just wish they could fight back. Suddenly they are able to attack. The strife is on. So H beat Scout with just a regular sword. Third, he got a Firefly and Amber as a trophy. Citizen Scout's belief is no match for the power of the talisman. They are dead, and hope will be free to flourish among the exiles once again. SH gains a frame motif, Citizen Scout's etude, as well as all that sweet gristord. Oh, and one too. It's kind of magical, and but also sort of imbued. It's mystical. SH also believes it is hard enough to manifest doomed thief of bloods and its brain ghost. Let's see. The doomed robo bard of light. It appears to destroying fortune in everyone. TV appears to be taking pulse from the doomed robo bard of light and keeping it for themselves. All of it, TB and BL all seem to be a good complement. The newly appendages of the horror terrors do not fail to notice this. The current husband Marauder uses some more useless trinkets, just raining down. The Ace Dwarf is traveling around, punching people in the nose to assert his dominance. PV has angered the Drosites in some mysterious way. MT, he is staring into the clouds of Skya. SD is learning about the daily lives of Prospidians. Alright, go big, Lopa, go big or go home, part 3. It's time for the final game. A single coin. It will decide it all. No takebacks, no replays. It lands. Tails. The coin rune lights up and the doors open. And BL begins to prepare for whatever may lie within. Lodav, Face the Music, Part 1. The citizen in Anubis has committed a staggering amount of crimes against the local snake population. Probably some of them including killing literally all of them. The natural result of this is that karma itself is conspiring for their downfall. PM knows that justice is on their side. Lofaf, Save the Beautiful Consort, Part 3. WS finally finds a correctly shaped bass guitar. Or the gate swings open to the Diz and Polarum and he is swiftly defeated. The beautiful dragon delivers a reward to the brave WS. Convenient that they had it with them when they were kidnapped, huh? You get jack shit, asshole. The old WS gains supreme motif, extraterrestrial ensemble. Or useless trinkets, this time for AD. A store for some hot sauce for the Seer of Doom and some pretty powerful stuff. Oh no. That's a lot. That's a lot talking about like shit wood wands. Well, here we go. SH uses alchemy to combine wand and firefly and amber to get imbued with legendary, surprisingly real Ince wand. It's a talking but somehow also wood and maybe also sentient. SH uses alchemy to combine an imbued legendary, surprisingly real Ince wand and trinket to get awakened, well-tailored, real shit wood wand. And it's a wood, but that's somehow also magical and actually maybe also wood. SH uses alchemy to combine awakened, well-tailored, real shit wood wand and trinket to get awakened, well-tailored. Oh, is it really just the same thing over? Yeah, they just... Because they keep combining with trinkets, they keep getting the same thing. Until eventually they combine it with... They combine the awakened, well-tailored, real as shit wood wand and caution tape to get imbued, surprisingly real zip tie wood wand. It's wood and it's imprisoning and it's focused. Then they combine it with the skate. Then they combine that with a skateboarding video game to get imbued, surprisingly real wood fidget wand. It's a wood, but somehow also tubular and actually maybe also mystical. After all that ridiculousness, they also managed to upgrade their specibus. SH uses alchemy to combine sword and imbued, surprisingly real wood fidget wand to get imbued, surprisingly real old wood fidget sword. It's actual and it's plastic and it's a sword. It is rank 3. All of that for a rank 3 weapon. At least it burned through all of the trinkets. Tricky Booker is trying to get clubs going again. And it failed the same way. PV is still doing mysterious shit. And T is learning about the White Queen's rule and how happy the Prosperians are. PM is attending a glorious dance party. ETB is also attending a glorious dance party. WS is ignoring the whispers. Locas exploit the heat, part 1. Now that the Diz and Anteros is defeated, the Cupids can really use some basic infrastructure repairs. KH finds instructions for a thermal energy converter in a dungeon that alchemizes all the parts needed to build one. The Cupids will have power for generations now. Lona. Empty the Graves Part 2. SD hunts down the Omni-Lich, only to discover that it cannot be killed without the use of a mystic bone. The player begins to search for this totally useful and important item. BL finally enters the casino door. The Diz and Taiki is already rampaging. They're pissed the fuck off. That so much that they have been off screen this entire time, and blame BL for. Alright, it's time to strike. Alright, Taiki is dead. And BL was lucky enough to pull off a win. Diz and Taiki is too dead to rampage. BL gains the frame motif at Diz and Taiki's opera, as well as all that sweet grist horde. Oh, and a flashlight too. It's a zap, but somehow also fortunate and actually maybe also glowing. Alright, PM has showered the White King with trinkets. AD is punching people in the nose to assert his dominance. ML began pestering WS. Sup, diamonds, hi, diamonds. Any big changes? This is gonna be a long list. How have you been? Better than I thought it'd be. This game really sucks. I'm glad I got you to help me through it. BL uses alchemy to combine anvil, psionic edged bowling ball, and flashlight to get infused radiant clever anvil power cord edged bowling ball. It's magical and it's lucky and it's a ball. Well, it is at rank 4.1. Also, I realized I got two different lands that have snakes on them mixed up. Because it's... Wait, no. Because Lona has moles. SD just has a snake with them from helping with PM's quest. So SD finds a bone and slays the Omni-Lich, scattering its bones to the winds. Which, according to old traditions, should summon its master, eventually. Okay, an important wall is crumbling with the defeat of the Diz. Well, the defeat of the Diz and Antaros means the underlings are mostly under control. The Cupids would feel a lot safer with it fixed. KH figures out how to patch it up with the bits of cooled lava. Everyone feels just a little bit safer. TB and MT have come across a strange dungeon with a diamond symbol on the door. They ignore all common sense and venture inside. Ice cream and hankies abound. There's a couch and a sad movie playing. Huh. Oh shit. What is Diz and Hera doing here? Yeah, I imagine that Diz and Hera with negative 24 HP is feeling less healthy, less fast, less willful, and less lucky than normal. Flies over the Thief of Blood and Mage of Time of 1. Something that doesn't hair out now proves to be the thing that finally pushes this TB and MT together. TB and MT find themselves sharing a tender moment of calmness. It is obvious to everyone that they're now Moirails. They even give the frame motifs Clotting Lock Saraband, Pale Serenade, and Clock Heat Burned Disappearification Corpse Knowledge Orchestra. Tier 2, Pale Serenade, to celebrate. Shenanigans, Unyielding Will. PM does a mindy thing, increasing their awareness and mental abilities of the increasing the awareness and mental abilities of PV. PM no longer wants to pluck token. PV likes some 5 more. PV's free will has gone way up. The Crown Prosperity Marauders once again showering people with useless trinkets. Its AD is punching people in the nose. BL built the second robot of himself. Well, MT began pestering SH. I'll make this quick. Hello? Oh my god, I can't stand programming and vaporware. They're the smelliest bag of dickheads, you know? They're okay. Why do you hate them so much? They're just so boring. And that's all there is to say on the matter. TB is pestering pestering SH. So hi. Hey, hello? I have no idea how to say this. I'm just going to do it. Huh? I like you romantically. Cox. Alex, I'm sorry, I just don't feel that way about you. I was even brave and told you and everything. I don't know what to tell you. Beep. WS began pestering ML. Hi Diamond, sup Diamond. Man, I always hope that the end of the world have more zombies in it. Z Squad for life. You doing okay? Indeed. Hey, quick check-in. How are you? As well as can be expected. Oh no. Okay, I think it's again just a lot of combining something that already contains a trinket with more trinkets and getting the same thing over and over again. So Cage overlaps the punch cards for Mirror and Nuclear Winter Poster to get Imbued Icefoil Jadeite Mirror. It's infused in its glass and its paper. Then they combine it with a trinket to get Imbued Hot Couture Reflective Mirror. And then they just combine all the trinkets into that, getting just like a super imbued Hot Couture Reflective Mirror. Kind of awakened, but also sort of pretty. It's money. KH overlaps punch cards for Imbued Hot Couture, her Reflective Mirror, and her pitched passions. That's awful to get Imbued Affectionate Foil Glass Mirror. It's kind of a book, but also sort of paper. It's metal. After all that ridiculousness, they also managed to upgrade the Specipus, the Knight of Heart. There overlaps of punch cards for Club and Imbued Affectionate Foil Glass Mirror to get Imbued Tinder and or Mallet Foil Glass Club. It's paper and it's glass and it's a club. It is rank 1.9. KH notices that one of their favorite chips is on the verge of getting together. All it will take is a slice of nudges. KH began pestering ML. Hello. And you are? So I was going over my shipping grid. I wanted to run something by you. Oh god, not again. I think you and SH might work out really well all spades. Wait, really? Trust me. Yeah, okay, I'll message him right away. ML and SH. ML began pestering SH. Sup, shitface? He cocks off and dies. So you know how KH is always bugging and fussing and meddling? Oh yeah? I hate you romantically in the spades quadrant. Oh, Cox, wow. Oh, I hate you too. Oh, fuck indeed. Spades. KH is ecstatic that their ship worked out so well. They grow as a heart player. Him's minimum luck has dropped again. They gained pluck token. They gained the objective of pluck token again. Slice. SH slices up a watermelon with while a local dirt site looks on in disgust. Anybody can slice with a knife. It takes real commitment to stab. SH has a lot to learn. SD is in the hands of Destiny Athletics. Finally, the bones of the Omnilich has summoned its master, Denizen Researcher. SD and State Black Knight versus the Denizen Researcher. Denizen Researcher decides that SD is being a little baby who poops hard in their diapers and are no way ready for this fight. Denizen recommends that they come back after they mature a little bit. SD's asses is kicked so hard they are ejected from the fight and are healed, even though they had been dead. The grave robbing of the Denizen Researcher continues with the defeat of SD. The Glowpot Celebrate the Win Part 1. After the bullshit of the Denizen Taiki, he has put the name Salamanders through. The Art of Light figures that he could use a break. They decide to revive a planet-wide knowledge festival to get their morale back up. PM is now just raining trinkets on the crowned Black King. WS this uses alchemy to combine a mermaid fountain and paint set to get uncomfortable bludgeoning fake farseeing fashionable mermaid fountain. It's mystical and it's concrete and it's magical. They also upgrade their surf specialists by combining the yo-yo with the uncomfortable bludgeoning fake farseeing fashionable mermaid fountain to get bludgeoning imitation curve-sided and fashionable yo-yo. It's distinguished and it's unpleasant and it's a yo-yo. It is at rank 1. And ML began pestering SH. Sup? Hello? Fuck. Look, why is this so hard? Huh? We need to break up. What? I just don't feel the same way about you anymore. Maybe we changed too much. I'm sorry I can't keep pretending. Wait, no, let's talk about this. I've made up my mind. I'm sorry, goodbye. They only just got together, so... So I guess that ship wasn't as potent as KH thought. Uh, WS began pestering ML. Oh, hi Diamond, sup Diamond. Jesus piss. This is apparently my mystery relation. And SD he died. Oh god, I'm so sorry. Apparently they got better. I don't even know how to feel about this. This bird fucking sucks. He really does. ML is learning about the holy pastries. He's SH is learning about stabbing. BL is ignoring the whispers. Locat has exploited the heat. KH rigs an automatic lava dispenser to light fire motes around consort villages, automatically patch holes, and even bake consort bread. Who knew all this shitty heat could be good for something? Human's quality of life is at an all-time high. KH gains the frame motif, jazz, modulation, canon, spirit, Heroico. I think that's how you pronounce that. Doom Clown Sprite goes, hee. The Denizen and Anubis may feel safe, all sequestered away in their shitty snake lair, but they aren't. PM convinces a group of underlings, led by a Denizen and Anubis minion, that the Denizen and Anubis is a huge jerk who shouldn't be in charge of them. It's easy because it's true. That's what happens when you are a huge jerk. Now TP has a whole bunch of useless trinkets. KH began pestering MT. So, yo? Hello? I have no idea how to say this. I'm just going to do it. Huh? I like you romantically. Great, I'm sorry, but I just don't feel the same way about you. Damn, thanks for being honest. SH began pestering ML. Hello, sup. You're just a smelliest bag of shit and sniffers, you know that? Holy shit, and there I thought you were the most fascinating kid left. Oh, so that's why they broke up, because ML is interested in a flushed fashion rather than in pitch. PV is doing something. I think it's hard to see. The door side sure seem to be mad at them though. KH is learning new dance moves. Who's it? WS is attending a dance party. PV is fluttering about aimlessly. SD is inventing new dance steps. Lodad, Steal the Friends Part 1. They say it can't be done, but TB is confident that they can make friends with every single spider on Ocean Book. They start small, just talking to any TB that wanders by. They know they can do this. Lopas, celebrate the win. A small salamander is sobbing and glubbing after losing a carnival game. BL decides that this is not a day of losses and begins rigging the games to have a higher payout rate than normal. Soon the line is filled with the sound of happy glubs. SD now has a whole bunch of useless trinkets. TB he began pestering MT. Hi, hey Diamonds. Hello Diamonds. Beep, I can't take this anymore. I feel like the angst is boring me again. Really? That's not even your line. Shit, what's up? Talk to me. God, I don't even know how to say. Hey, how terrifying Diz and Hera was it? Everything is just so shitty. It really is, but we're going to give up, okay? One foot in front of the other, and we keep going. Yeah, okay. So SD is... SD combined Trinket with Trinket to create Hot Couture Trinket. And so they're just... And so they end up like combining Hot Couture Trinket and Hot Couture Trinket to get Hot Couture Trinket. It's kind of bling, but also sort of pretty. It's classy. They combine Thor's King card with Hot Couture Trinket to get Hot Couture or Thunderous Sharp card. It's sap and it's aesthetic and it's a card. It is rank 2. PM is increasing the awareness and the mental abilities of TB. Again with being forward by angst. Finally, something interesting. Empty the graves. Okay, so this time SD won against an incident researcher. Thanks to the powers of their Hot Couture, their Thunderous Sharp card. The moles are free to bury their dead in peace once again. SD gains the frame motif, Denizen and researchers dirge, as well as all that sweet grist sword. Oh, and an egg timer too. It's a plastic, but somehow also pale, maybe also cursed. Alright, Lowrad, Be the Sylph, Part 1. A handsome axolotl scheduled to be wed to a beautiful maiden said that he keeps seeing visions of an ethereal axolotl and runs away to be with her here in a clearing in the woods with bubbling springs. That's just unimpressed. Alright, so now BL has a bunch of useless trinkets. MT began pestering TB. Hello, Diamond. Hi, Diamonds. Have you seen that fake I wrote about those two superheroes? I really liked it. I sure had to look up a lot of words. This game really sucks. I'm glad I got you to help me through it. Hello, when you get the chance, can you beta read my new chapter? Oh, hell yeah, I can't wait to find out what happens next. ML began and pestering WS, Sup Diamond, and Hi Diamond. I should try drawing you sometime. I'm Rafflecopter. Really? Really, you're Rafflecoptering right now? Y'all are reading superhero fanfiction Rafflecoptering? Right now? In the year 2023? With all these weird game powers, I am starting to suspect magic is a real thing. If you believe it's a real thing, then it probably is. This game really sucks. I'm glad I got you to help me through it. Alright, SD overlaps a bunch of cards for Hot Couture, Earth Thunderous Sharp card, and Egg Timer to get infused bespoke honed ear-splitting pale doomed charging card. it's a book and it's unlucky and it's a card, it is rank 2.8. PM can just their best to ignore the unsettling whispering. Lopez celebrate the win part 3. Salamanders are running the carnival game. The carnival games are now bankrupt. Their wailing and gloving fills the air. Fuck. Okay, who knew actions have consequences? BL arranges anonymous donations to them and decides that maybe they should just quit. And while they're ahead, you get jack shit, asshole. Haha, nope. Lona, have the Heikaku. Part 1. The group of underlings are still making trouble even after the defeat of the Denzen researcher. SD begins planting rumors of a huge bone treasure in the center of a still active dungeon. KH is now a champ fry. Aestorf now has a bunch of useless trinkets. AD sneaks up behind the crowned Prospidian and Marauder and assassinates them. They pull the White Queen's ring of orbs question marks fold off their still twitching finger. They are now the Ascended Destroyer. So now we are free of the reign of useless presence. Beal carefully punches. Time for our hot couture trinkets. You know, it's bling. It's aesthetic and it's bling and it's aesthetic. But, you know, that's been combined to... They also managed to upgrade the Specipus. BL overlaps a punch cards for Infused, Radiant, Clever, Anvil, Power Cord, Edged Bowling Ball, and Hot Couture Trinket to get Imbued, Glamorous, Dazzling, Clever, her Anvil, Power Cord, Edged Bowling Ball. It's encyclopedic and it's paper and it's a ball. It is ranked 4.4. MT is having new dance steps. ML is watching the clouds of Skya. WS is learning with the Midnight Crew. BL's slicing instead of stabbing. Skya wander the battlefield. KH wanders the battlefield. They fight the Dorsai army, desperately trying to stave off the reckoning. Lorad beat the part 2. SH alchemizes the self scarf. Huh, apparently it's a reference to some sort of ballet. An axolotl crone assures SH that will stop the handsome axolotl from seeing weird visions that make him run into the woods, so. Lona, have the Keikaku part 2. As planned, the group of underlings moves into the still active dungeon, hoping to find the bone treasure. There is in a dramatic twist no one could possibly see coming. It turns out that SD was the treasure all along. The underlings are only defeated the land is safe. SD gains supreme motif ancestral awakening. WS stumbles upon some of the crowned Ascended Destroyers, those world's hottest sauce, and drinks it. While they can't get the full power of this sauce, they can still handle some of it. Oh, so WS just lost a lot of sanity, gained an enormous amount of power and mobility and health. SD seems to understand how this bullshit game works. They're reading an FAQ? Oh, I wonder where they found that. My best friend prototyped a horror terror, and now... Oh, they aren't responding. Tell them down right now, or else they're going to be screwed later on. The horror terrors touch me, and now my best friends can't understand a word I say. What was that? The horror terrors touch me, and now my best friends can't understand a word I say. Enjoy your cute new cuddle best friends. And what to do if one of your players has stopped responding to messages? First, ask around and make sure it's not just you. If it is, you should probably apologize for whatever you said. And communication is vital to your survival here and way more important than your pride. If players are responding to anyone at all, treat this as an emergency situation. Have their server player track them down if possible. If not, anyone who can get to their land and searching for them as soon as possible. Well, self-isolation is one of the early symptoms of exposure to certain negative experiences that can not only kill that player, but derail the entire session, possibly badly enough to kill everyone in the session. And take this extremely seriously. You know, where's the void play? Oh god. Did they just appear right behind you? You know, thought so void has a shit ton of self powers. I heard that mages suffer. Some do, some don't. Oh, it's more that mages sort of have all of their aspects stronger, both the amazing and the bad parts. It seems I have rolled Doom. What should I do? You place bow. Sorry, he prophecies on it. He's on the allies' heads, and then reap the spoils, trying to kill them in the process. First player. In the beginning, there was paradox space. One day, without warning, the Insiposphere came to be. Within it was the first player, a being of unimaginable power. The first player defeated the armies of the Insiposphere and created a new universe. The first player was not content with the new universe. So tried to leave the door closed on the and they were left unwhole, despairing. They transformed themselves into a great beast and became the denizen of the Insiposphere. They created many other denizens and took have been dead against those from the new universe. They became known as the king of the monsters. They became known by the name Yodel Bongos, and they hated the strong, for they reminded of themselves. How can I avoid a prophecy? You can't. How bullshit is this game? 100%. That's an FAQ from Mind Detective. SH is dreaming, playing poker. MT is wandering the battlefield, starting a Durst company in exchange for them leaving the conflict. They decide to join the war for a better world instead. And WS is in the line of frogs and fantasy. If you focus, you can hear faint croaking. Doomed Puppets Rise is the most unhelpful piece of shit in the world. Oh my god, just once, please shut up. WS appears to be feeling more powerful around Doomed Puppet Sprite. WS wonders why there are so many temples covered in frog iconography in this weird land. PM is doing their best to ignore the unsettling whispering. WS is learning about the nuances between slicing and stabbing. SD is attending a sermon. And BL is learning the Dirt's Waltz. And Crown Descendant Destroyer uses his newfound cosmic power to brew the world's hottest sauce and consume it. He's now Fiesta Crown Descendant Destroyer. So he loses a lot of sanity. Gains a lot of power, mobility, health. And a new title because he's now Fiesta Crown Descendant Destroyer. Seer of Doom is not going to fall into Sperm's trap. They pester. Notice their WS. This is new frog breeding. If it seems useless, they bug and fuss and meddle. And finally, Deus agrees to just fucking do it. Yeah, seeing a lot more repeated stuff from dreams. Alright, Lowrad, Be the Self, Part 3. SH gives a handsome Axolotl the self scarf. He immediately begins weeping that the ethereal Axolotl is dead. He's inconsolable. Holy shit, ballets about selves are kinda dark. SH and BL each get a wand. It's guaranteed, and it's magical, and it's believable. Alright, it is time. The crowned Black King feels the inexorable pull of the Black King's scepter to slay whoever bears the White King's scepter. It is time. And the crowned White King's inevitable defeat. But wait. The fight is over. The owner of the White King's scepter, Crowned White King, has won. Crowned White King is now the owner of the White King's scepter. I really don't think that was supposed to happen. Fuck, now what happens? Even the narrative is confused that somehow the inevitable did not take place. TB and MT are talking about MT's little superhero ship again. SH has combined, has just upgraded the imbued surprisingly real file to the old wood fidget sword again, and by combining another wand with it. Holy pastries again. And omnipresent whispering. SD he wanders the battlefield. Oh, they fight. The Dursai army desperately trying to save off the reckoning, which apparently is not coming. SD is getting pretty familiar with the battlefield. KH enters a Dursite battleship, punches the shit out of the captain, locks the door to the control room, reroutes the autopilot to crash into another battleship, then flies out the window. The ships crash and explode, and KH each walks away in slow motion without looking backwards. Here's Lowdown, Face of Music Part 3. I wonder what the consequences are for the denizens of the Anubis being stuck hiding in their shitty snake lair while PM is running a propaganda campaign against them. Suddenly, the denizens in Anubis has run out of allies entirely. The players are finally ready to beat the game. Crowned White King calls the meteors of the reckoning to fill in the time loop and prepare their sky to receive the ultimate frog. Okay, so he's just gonna, like, okay, you need meteors? I'll do it. You know, I've got that power too. You know, handy little failsafe. Remember those random baby versions of the Mage of Time? Remember the random baby versions of the players that Heroes MT made? Yeah, that didn't stop being a thing that was true. It turns out that those babies ended up on the meteors heading straight to Skya, and to defend itself, Skya totally teleported those babies back in time into Earth. We were all blown away by this stunning revelation. Wow, those babies were the players? Really? Like a paradox? Huh. Let's see. SD has hijacked a massive Dursite drilling machine, creating a hole for the frog to enter Skya more easily. Karma is a bit. It's the Diz and Anubis has nowhere to run when PM comes for them. It's time to strike. PM and Clown Sprite have won. They get the frame motif. Diz and Anubis's fugue. Who the Gris Horde and a coin. It's metal in its focus and it's metal. SH is now an alien urchin. BL is now a britches ripper. SH lost some mobility, but gained some free will and the new objective pluck token. More talk about the superhero shipping. It was so cool. I never thought about those characters that way. Before the players can reach the Black King that is already dead, they are intercepted by the Black Queen. She may no longer have her ring of orbs tenfold, but she is dedicated to her duty and will fight the players to the bitter end. All 10 players are alive. Luckily, the WS was diligent in frog breeding duties. The Black Ring has already been destroyed in the Forge, and the Fiesta crowned Ascended Destroyer helpfully hands over the White Queen's ring of orbs fold. Players chuck the two rings into the Forge in a dramatic moment, stoking it and preparing it for the ultimate frog. Huh. There doesn't seem to be much Gris to deploy to the battlefield. The frog looks a little sick or something. That probably won't matter, you're sure of it. Frog is deployed. It grows to massive proportions and lets out a breathtaking, fast croak. The door to the new universe is revealed as the leader reaches for it. A disaster strikes. Apparently, the new universe's sickness manifests as its version of Spur, but interfering with yours. Your way to the new universe is barred, and you remain trapped in the medium. Alright, so that took 2 hours. Do I have anyone queued up? Session? Nope. I think I will just call it an hour early. As honestly, I feel like I may have come down with something. So like I probably need to get, a good amount of rest. If nothing else, I need to recuperate from my sinus problems causing me to spend a good entire night vomiting. Granted, my stomach is settled now, but damn, did that do a number on stuff like my gut flora and my hydration. So let me just see who I can raid. Raid real quick. Because it looks like I'm the only channel live in the Hamsteak category. And none of my followers are live, so I'm just gonna call it there with no raid. Thank you to everyone who stopped by. Next Hamsteak Relay stream will be on June 12th. Next stream in general is planned for Saturday with Age of Wonders Shadow Magic, which I've gotten the upgrades needed to get my computer ready for Age of Wonders 4, so I should be able to start that up pretty much on launch day. But, that's still ways away.